Aha! You! It's me, Pablo. Didn't expect to see me here, huh? Well, I have a reason for being here. A very, very mysterious reason. Which I will explain to you right now. I got this mysterious letter from one of our fans to open up today's review episode. And I was like, I'd be happy to. So, without any further ado, presenting our loyal fan Kimura, interviewing Season 2, Episode 4, Whodunit. Take it away, Kimura. And thanks again for having me on here. Detective Pablo, over and out. Thanks, Pablo. Hello, everybody. My name is Kimura, and today, well, just like Pablo said, we will be reviewing our fourth installment of Season 2 of the Backyardigans. Season 2, Episode 4, Whodunit. In this episode, Pablo is pretending to be a Sherlock Holmes-inspired detective, and he must go over to Mystery Manor to help Lady Tasha, because on a mysterious moonlit night, foggy day, somebody is going to take her jewels. Word from policewoman Uniqua Underhood. All around, it's a game of cat and mouse to see who actually took the jewels. And the outcome of this episode is quite surprising, yet quite satisfying as well. Now this episode is by far one of the best episodes of the entire series. One of the best. Every single scene, every single moment is memorable. If you are a diehard fan, you will know how memorable this episode is and how much it leaves such a mark in this series. Everything about it is just top tier Backyardigans core. Like I said again, and I will keep on saying it, Season 2 was not playing around. And heck, I would even mind this being the first episode of this series. But to be honest, this episode didn't have a special guest star, so yeah, I mean, Mission to Mars will always be the first episode of this season. But anyway, all the moments in this episode are just amazing. Obviously, all the songs, like I said before, Pablo as a detective, that scene in the maze where the footsteps, the footsteps, and then there's Tyrone in the distance, and then he sees him. He's like, "Do you know how to get to Mystery Manor?" And he points, and then when he says thank you, Tyrone is gone just like that. And the song, mysterious, very mysterious, eerie things are happening. This could be quite serious. Like, still plays. Fun fact, believe it or not, this is the only song in the whole series, not just this episode, not just this season, but the entire series, to have Pablo, Tasha, and Austin only singing the song together. Like, this is their only song in the series. So, for any of you who expect more songs in the series with just these three characters, don't count on it. This is the only song they'll ever sing together. So, yeah. Which is kind of sad, because they all sing really good together. They complement each other's voices so well. Like, Pablo and Uniqua. Like, I wish they could have gotten at least one more song. Just one more song. But anyway. And of course, we have that scene where the lights go out and they're screaming, and then you hear footsteps. Like, I know people say that scene scared them, but honestly, it didn't really scare me. I don't know why. Because I don't know. Because I guess screaming, when characters screamed, it didn't really make a threat to me like I thought it would. But other than that, like, and of course we have Austin's great Caesar's ghost. Like, I say that every single time something crazy happens nowadays. Yes, you will catch me saying that. I will bet you. You will catch me saying two lines from the show. When I'm surprised, you'll hear me saying "Tarnation," and of course, say it with me, great Caesar's ghost. But anyway. And of course, we have that scene where, like, Tasha faints, and then she faints again, and then, I don't know if you noticed this, but when Pablo said, "You never told us how you knew somebody was going to take Lady Tasha's jewels," he and Uniqua both turned to the camera, and Pablo, you think I'm joking, but Pablo literally points, and he says, quote unquote, us. Not just him, not just Uniqua, not just Lady Tasha, not just Pablo, I mean, not just Tyrone and Austin. The the entire audience included, the viewers, as in us. This is also a call. This is not only the first time Uniqua broke the fourth wall, because she did the same thing again. Well, she did this the first time in Castaways, when they were questioning Austin, who was helping them out on the island. Remember that from my Castaways review? I had talked about that. So yeah, and of course we have the most controversial. I say controversial to myself because when my grandma first heard these lyrics, she was very like, "What the heck?" Because in the song Phantom Figure, like they say some pretty questionable things. Like, I know the show aired. I think the show first aired in Canada. I could be wrong. Yeah, first aired in Canada on Treehouse. I don't know if Treehouse wasn't that strict on their little things on their shows that they watch, but I kid you not, the lyrics in the in this in this song are very, and I mean very questionable. Like, I didn't even know what those things mean re-listening to it, because like when I listen to songs, I mostly listen like for the music. But these lyrics, I kid you not, are I just can't believe they would allow this on. I mean, when the show got moved over to the States, I'm surprised they allowed these lyrics. I'm surprised they didn't censor them. Like, I mean, listen. We'll chase him, we'll trail him, pursue him, and tell him he's probably a jewel thief, so probably they'll jail him. And I and that's not even the kicker line. The kicker line is this. The kicker line is this right here. The perfect location for a villain to escape it. He thinks he'll evade me. He he thinks he'd outplayed me. He's he thinks he's outplayed me. He's sneaky and stealthy, but not mentally healthy. Like, not I didn't somebody comment down below. Back then, was it okay to go past the radar and say mentally healthy on a kid show? I mean, maybe it's just me, but like I'm shook. I'm shook. Mentally healthy. And then also the song Whodunit, of course, not the episode name, but the um the song Whodunit has some pretty lyrics, pretty crazy lyrics as well. Um it's saying the the nasty muffled bandit, his footsteps loudly tap. He's in the secret hallway. We have almost got him trapped. The nasty bandit, the one who likes to lurk, who took up stealing instead of on his work. Why I will say that is fire. It is fire. But just I and they also say that evil bloke. Um I don't hang on. I know this is kinda long. I'm literally searching up right now of what does the oh, it means, oh, it's a slang for a common man in the United Kingdom, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. Okay, so it basically means just a common man. Okay, that's not that bad. All right. So anyway, just like the outcome of this episode, I'm like, the first time I heard um Pablo say, "Why did you take Lady Tasha's jewels?" And then he's like, "I didn't take them." And then Unico backs him up, Pablo up, and says, "We saw you. They're right there in your pocket." And then Tyrone says, "Well, yes, I have them, but I didn't take them. Lady Tasha gave them to me." And then I'm already at the edge of my seat. You toddler me is already like at the edge of my seat, and I'm about to fall off my chair when I heard that the one who complained about the one who got warned that her stuff was gonna get stolen, it got stolen, and then the one who quote unquote stole it says that the one who got robbed gave it to her. And then I was about to get so upset, like, so they did all that detective work for nothing, and I'm about to claim this. Okay, this episode was a waste of time. I'm about to change the channel, and so Tasha explains her reasoning. I mean, obviously, it was a misty, gloomy day. They were sitting around having nothing to do, and they pretended they sent the letters. They came, but you know what? My question is to this day, why didn't Austin get a letter? Maybe because, well, thinking about it now, Austin, I mean, he wasn't really he wasn't really a detective. He was just, Tasha just claimed him as her good friend. So maybe that's the reason. Maybe I can just guess that he came over, he invited her over. Maybe that's it. Or maybe he did get a letter, but it wasn't like a detective inspired letter. It was more like a friendly invite type of letter. Maybe like that. Who knows? But anyway, um um when I first heard that realization, I'm like, I was with the other characters. I mean, nothing like a mystery on the misty gloomy day. I mean, like, hey, it was fun, you know. It was very, very fun, you know. I I mean, Tasha, like I said, I'm a Tasha stan. Tasha saved me from changing the channel. Like, if she didn't give out her reasoning, like, I would be like, oh, I would be like, okay, I'm changing the channel. This episode was a waste of my time. But no, at all. No way. It is never a waste of time if you've done it. So, Tasha saved this episode for me for changing the channel. And, um, I mean, like, hey, it's really, really, really fun. So, and the magnifying glass, obviously. And, also, um, where does everybody keep on getting that muffler from? You know, that thing around their mouth. I keep on wondering. First, it's transferred to it's Tyrone who has it. Then it's Austin, and then it's Uniqua. And like, I'm I'm just who I'm confused. Like, even as a kid, I was like, wait a minute, didn't that muffler belong to Tyrone? And then when Austin had it, when I said that with Austin, and then when Uniqua had it, I like, hold on, didn't that belong to Austin, but originally was with Tyrone? And I'm like, my mind is all jumbled up. Like, what is going on? What is going on? And of course, that scene when Austin like painted the window, Tyrone's screaming and stuff, and then I don't know why, but when Uniqua says the mysterious figure, like, I don't know why, but she says it so bluntly. Like, I mean, no offense to her voice actor, but I mean, like, she could have said it like a bit more with passion. Like, it's the mysterious figure. Like, I mean, and then once again, Tasha, I guess she fainted so hard on her couch she fell asleep. But yeah, it's just this episode was funny, suspenseful. I was about to say, like, when the outcome finally got revealed, I was like, hold on, what? But then when Tasha said the actual regulation, I was like, yeah, I see why you did that. I would do that. I would do that too. And honestly, this episode, when it comes to like conclusions, there's an episode that will be in the next season where its conclusion, like, to this day, I will never understand. And it's on the level of Monster Detectives. Like, why would you have an ending like that? I mean, it's kind of explained, but kind of not. But not on the level of Monster Detectives. Like, I mean, it's explained, but like, it's not explained in its entirety. You know. So, anyway, aside from that, amazing episode, amazing atmosphere, amazing music, fabulous costumes, um, funny quotes, hit songs from this season that just go with the whole show entirety. So, yeah, you already know what this episode is getting. A 10 out of 10. Once again, just like from our previous episode, 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10. This season is doing nothing but 10s this season. And I am so, so, super, duper happy for it. Because This episode has everything. It's so suspenseful. And I already liked Sherlock Holmes. I already liked Sherlock Holmes, and my grandfather, he had like books of Sherlock Holmes in his library in his basement, and I'm like, ooh, I really want to read one of your books. And he said they're a little bit too grown up for you. And I'm like, oh man, I really want to see Sherlock Holmes. And then just a couple days later, I first got introduced to Whodunit, and I'm like, this is giving really Sherlock Holmes. And I'm like, I found my kid equivalent of Sherlock Holmes, and the Backyardigans it for me. So thank you, Backyardigans, for making this, well, a very kid-friendly episode. Still kind of, it's kind of creepy at times. Well, now for me as an older kid, as an older adult, but like, I mean, hey, it's still an amazing, fantastic episode. So once again, I would say once more, it is getting a 10. A 10, 10, 10. Absolutely. Now, tune in for my next review, and I will be reviewing one of my personal favorite episodes of this season. When I do this review, when I do a countdown of ranking this episode of this season, when I rank this episode up on my tier list or ranking list, you can bet this episode right here will be my top 5. So tune in next time as we review Season 2, Episode 5, The Legend of the Volcano Sisters. See you all next time.